It's an attitude, a motivation, a deep-seated spirit. It's an inner strength to keep your feet planted firmly on the ground, no matter what presses against you. It's self-confidence. It's belief. It's a way of life. It's Physique Athletics. Shop now at www.physiqueathletics.com to get your fitness gear now. Conquer your physique.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Whenever you may be listening to this podcast, this is the Men on a Podcast, episode 13, brought to you by Physique Athletics. I got here with me my brothers, my brethren, starting to my left, Joe, Frank, and Greg. How you fellas doing, man?
Great, man.
Very good.
Awesome.
How y'all weeks going so far? Busy?
Hell yeah, mine's been busy.
Sales are up. Sales are up.
Good.
That's good.
Greg, busy?
Life, man. It's it. It's work, life. I
Same
like busy.
Same old. Yeah.
After the quarantine, I like busy. I ain't gonna complain about that. It's what we should be doing, even though we won't be doing it soon enough. Whatever we're doing now, we won't be doing. So
now, how's the kids coming along with the sports and stuff? I know each of us got kids getting ready, playing sports camps and stuff like that.
Only one we got doing anything is Trey.
Mm-hmm.
Mason and Eli aren't doing anything yet. Other than we might, if I'm working Trey out, the other two might go, but that's about it. Other than that, it's just static right now.
Okay, nothing for the younger ones, huh?
Nah, we might look into something, but the hard part is for Eli because he's only 7, so there's not much out there. Maybe we could find some stuff, but Eli's age, nah, it's not really too much out there.
Yeah. Frank, how's soccer going with E?
We he plays in his league on Sundays, and it's you talking about quarantine? There's no quarantine. Wear a mask, but it's like a regular tournament.
Yeah, everybody's just all on top.
Everybody's cautious. You know what I mean? So we have that, and then we start practicing on Monday. But this freaking Springfield Township, man, I swear to God, they're so petty and so they go to the extreme sometimes. So they want the coaches to wear masks when they're on the field training or practicing with the kids. I'm like, yo, how the kids are supposed to hear us if you got 15, 17 kids?
Mm-hmm.
How are they supposed to hear you? It doesn't make any sense. As long as you isolated in the area.
Yeah, about to say the kids is 6 feet. They on the field, right? And the coach is yelling.
Yeah, we got to. They're saying we got to wear a mask. I'm like, what? That's hard to yell, and you know what I mean? Because they're gonna be like, "What you say? I can't hear you."
Huh?
We'll see how it is on Monday, and then my daughter starts tennis on Saturday, so that should be interesting.
Okay. Joe, how about you? I know you got a little one in soccer, right?
Yeah. So my youngest is soccer. He's we've been practicing on Fridays and actually starting this upcoming week, Mondays and Wednesdays. It's when you're on the field, they're okay with you to take your masks off. The coaches have been keeping them on, but it's tough. Like Frank said, you got to yell at these kids across the field or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to yell through that mask. My oldest does football, and that started as well last week.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. So he's playing football right now. I haven't been to one of the practices yet. Next week I plan to go to both.
Is it flag?
This one's regular, I believe.
Oh, so it's with pads?
Oh no, actually, you know what? No, I'm sorry. It's flag. You're right. It's flag.
Okay.
It's right. It's flag. The other one that starts in a month is regular football, or junior. I don't know what they call it.
So I want to see how you react when you see your son play soccer. That's gonna be hilarious.
My youngest, dude, that's rough, man. Like, all I want to do is cheer them on, and I got to be equal with all the kids on the team. I'm one of the coaches.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I watch him juke somebody out and take down the field. I get the chills, man, but I got to keep it in.
Oh shit. All right. Well, let's just jump into some topics. This one, a little fun topic. Thinking like if this was like, 20 years ago or whatever, when we used to be, hanging out, being young fellas. If COVID had happened 20 years ago, like how do you think that would have affected us being young and having to quarantine and possibly the lounges and clubs being shut down?
I can take it first.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I know this is my topic and this was my request. Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, I go back 20 years. I thought I was invincible. I can't guarantee what I would have done. Like that club, it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like we went all the goddamn time.
Did we go on Sundays?
Yeah, there were Sundays. There were certain clubs on Sundays.
Yeah, sometimes.
They were, and it's hard to think about. Like that was our social time. Granted, we played ball in the street and we did all that other stuff too. We worked, a lot of us, some of us together at some points. But I don't know, man. I would have found some underground something or other.
Been out there with no mask on, thinking
No
you
mask,
invisible.
but got us in for free. That's what counts.
Free and always passing the drinks. That's all I remember. Joe just always handing drinks back.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I remember from the bar. How about you, Frank? What you think?
I mean, I was the youngest one, so like I went out when it was like when you guys were like, hey, we going out, I'll go out with you guys. Otherwise than that, I probably would have been on the basketball court. I probably would have had more time, shooting around, practicing on my craft. You know what I mean? That's because that's what I always did.
But not at 11 o'clock at night. We talking about when we used to.
That's what I'm saying. So like, you know what I mean? During the time, like, during the day, I probably just been out shooting back, whatever. But like at nighttime, I don't know. I had to be in the moment. I can't, I'm not gonna give you an answer. Say, yeah, I would have been out, but
You would have.
But that would have been everything in Philly shut down. So I mean, where would you go? Because in Philly shut, a lot of stuff shut down in Philly. So unless somebody threw somebody at somebody's house, then I'll probably go.
And that's probably what it would have been. It'd been like, you hear about those Airbnb parties and all that other stuff. So
I probably would have went. Yeah, I probably would wearing my mask.
What about you, Greg?
Man, I would have stayed home. Right. I would have.
You was one of the first ones at the crib. Like, yo, y'all ready?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, if there's nowhere to go, where are you gonna go?
If we'd have had somewhere, like, let's say Joe would have been like, yo, I know this spot, it's open, you know what I'm saying? We can get in, whatever. You'd have been the first one in the gold maximum, ready to go.
I've been chilling. I've been chilling at home, man.
But I think it would have been more of a house party, though. I think because Philly's,
I can go
to a pool party. That would have been cool with me. Because I can stay on the outside,
Nah, I probably would have stayed home.
You gotta consider that there's probably right now underground stuff going on somewhere down the city.
Yeah, my man, he just went to a pool party, and we were like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
In Philly?
And, I think it was Philly.
Mm.
I think it was in Philly. It was either in Philly or in Jersey. It was either one of them.
Man, some people just can't. They getting tired of sitting in the house, man. Especially if they used to, socializing and going out like that.
Those are the ones that are struggling.
Yeah, like they need
those social ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they need something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got something for y'all. So, if we knew the stats, if we knew that 90% of the people who were being tested were negative, would you go if somebody threw something?
Nah, because for me, I wouldn't have gone because I would have been living with my mom and my grandmother was living upstairs at the time and she had diabetes, so I wouldn't want to bring her home.
Yeah.
So that's for me. Like that's why I can honestly say I probably would have just sat home.
Yeah, I forgot all about that, Greg. Yeah, I forgot.
So for me, that wouldn't have been an option. So
Me, I would have went just because I would have just felt like, when they coming out with all these stats, like, if you active and if you play, doing your chances of contracting it and getting serious ailments from it is slim. So I probably would have, still went out and then been out the next morning or the next day playing ball, smelling like alcohol coming through our pores.
Did you guys hear about that testing they had in California?
Nah.
So I think they was working for some company. So they had to sign up to take the test, the COVID test, right?
Uh-huh.
So they sign up and register to take the test. It comes to find out a week later, they all get results and say that they tested positive. And they're like, yo, we didn't even test.
Oh, they didn't test.
Right, they just registered.
Unbelievable.
And you know what? I was thinking that too. I was like, well, like they say you got it, but like, how do we know that's true? They could just be saying that to get, because isn't it something like if the hospital or wherever you go get reported cases, they get like grant money or something like that?
Those numbers are
That's not true. Like
man.
Michelle got tested before and it came back negative. Like, so, like,
it depends where you go, I guess.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. It is true, though. It is true. So, again, I deal with a lot of organizations and different things. If they can prove that there's a chance they're going to suffer from the pandemic, they can get extra money. They can. Thanks. And I'm not saying they're patting their pockets with it, but they may do the upgrades and the different things they need with it. Yeah. So they can't take the money home.
You heard about the guy? You heard about the guy in Florida that got all those PP loans?
The PPP loans?
Yeah, he got like $4 million, right? Bought a Lamborghini, living on resorts, spending his money, and he got arrested like a couple days ago.
Oh yeah, the feds they coming to get you.
Right, was he from Abington?
No, he was from Florida, but like, why would you post all that?
What?
Like, why would you post stuff like that?
Why would you say Abington? Somebody show up here and tell them.
Yeah. There's a guy from Abington. He's doing really well for himself. It would have made sense.
Wow.
Right, is he Asian?
No, he's a Irish guy.
Wow, there's Asians where I live at. Yo, all I see is ridiculous cars. I'm like,
oh, they didn't got that PPP because now they didn't change remember before it was just for payroll. Now they didn't change. It could be all expenses, rent, anything, supplies, like anything. Yeah. So. All right, let's jump into something else, man. Something that, when I seen it, I thought it was like a hoax. I thought it was like a joke. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. What in the hell? Like, what Roy want to go out there and die?
I don't know. I was watching a YouTube, John. I always watch this one chiropractor they have in Arizona. And he used like this hammer to like adjust your body. Yeah. It's really, really good, but it's probably expensive as hell. But I saw Roy on there. He was like, only way he will fight if he's fighting Mike Tyson. I'm like, why would you choose that fight? Like, you don't see Mike Tyson and the way he hit? Like, you really want to get in the ring with him being at that age?
And see, I thought Roy was taller, but when they were standing side by side, Roy only had him by like an inch. Like, he not that much taller than Mike than I thought.
You're gonna crab walk on that ball.
Mike. You know how Mike be like dipping in.
He moved like a crab. His arms always like this, so he like hop one side.
Gotta be careful. Roy Jones is looking like a Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, you know how it is. You they're 40, 50 years old now?
Mike's 50. Is Roy 50? Is Roy 50, Joe?
I'm looking it up right now.
I know Mike's like 53.
Watch him get in the ring and like no punches been blown. Like they're just gonna be like, "Yo, go ahead."
Well, it's an 8-round exhibition, so
man,
they want to wake up the next day.
They want to wake up the pandemic fight, man. I'm not interested. This is a pandemic fight, bro. I'm not interested.
What round you think Mike gonna knock him out in?
I'm probably gonna go all 7.
8.
Or 8.
Right. Yeah. And I think Mike gonna get him out of there in 5.
Good. Yeah. He get that wrist shot.
Mike Tyson is 54. Roy Jones. I don't see Roy Jones' age for some reason.
I think he
I
like,
don't know, 47, 48.
yeah, he got to be close to 50.
Is
Close.
he really in the 40s?
Yeah, I
Roy
think so.
Jones Jr.
51.
Age
51?
51.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
51.
Don't
All right,
nobody
he
want to
looks
see that fight,
he looks
bro.
good for 51.
Right?
Nobody want to see that fight. Like, come on, man.
It was like,
I'm watching
get
it,
your
bro.
ass out of here.
I'm sports deprived. I'm watching it, bro. Like,
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
That's like watching two. Like, man, hey, come on, stop. It's like watching two old wrestlers. Like, you won't pay
It's
to
like-
watch Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair.
It's
Like,
like,
come on, man. Like, what are you watching?
so I found myself watching like some cricket tournament the other day just because it was some sports, man.
He was on.
wow.
Wow.
Yo, this
Well, I
is
ain't gonna lie. I was watching horse racing. I was watching horse racing just to watch it.
Yeah, like ain't nothing. Like, come
I was
on,
watching
man.
horse racing. I was looking at this horse racing. I was watching.
I'm
this,
so glad the NBA started, man. I am so glad it started, man. Like, you just don't know.
this is like the movie Grudge Match.
Why you say that?
That real life, because it's a bunch of old guys fighting.
Who was it? Robert De Niro and who was it? Robert De Niro and somebody else, right?
Sylvester,
Stallone?
right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They finally got their fight, or their second fight, I guess, after all those years.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
their
up
first
one.
fight, but it's a real life grudge match.
The Jazz is?
Jazz up 105, 104, 6.9
Yeah.
seconds to go.
Who they playing?
Four.
Who they playing?
New Orleans.
How's Zion looking?
He looks like he's very well rested on the bench.
Oh, yeah? He not playing?
Not
I
right
don't
now.
wanna
He
get
ain't in the
that.
game. Nah.
And then the Lakers and the Clippers come on in the later.
Ain't nobody worried about that, right? But anyway.
But I mean, you jumped just right into it. The NBA restarting, man. I mean, like you said, games is on tonight, Thursday. Yeah, like I'm happy, man. Like I told you, I was watching a cricket tournament, and I was like, "What the hell am I doing?" Like,
You would have been in a bad way in life, right? But you
You're
are
surviving.
You
Gotta survive.
but you are a Washington football team fan, so
Yeah,
that type of thing.
I'm a Washington football fan living in Philadelphia, having to watch that bullshit. Trash Eagles.
Look. Hold on,
Trash,
I got this.
trash Sixers.
Where the Sixers play? Greg, where the Sixers play?
It don't
Saturday
matter.
night. Saturday night.
Don't nobody care. They're not gonna live up to their potential. Nobody care.
Not as long as they got that coach. Not as long as they got that coach.
Frank, I know you ain't happy the NBA restarting. Joe, what about you? You gonna catch any games?
So my oldest son's big into basketball. So yeah, I'll probably sit with him and watch a few. Whatever he wants to watch.
There you go. You got
I
to start him out early, Joe.
Yeah, I can't watch. I'm lucky to watch sports right now a little bit, soccer and football. I do football for the food, but I do soccer because I've always been into soccer. It's just hard to watch basketball, man. Like all those years on the court, it's hard.
I'll try to figure how you watch MLS. That's the thing. I can't watch MLS.
Well, I mix it up. So when nobody's awake in the mornings, I turn on the English games. Premier League, yeah. I'll turn that on. I'll sit down after 30 minutes of the news. If nobody's awake, I'll turn on the Premier League and drink my coffee, my breakfast.
Yeah, that's how I am.
But I mean, it's all the same at the end of the day. There's just more names out in the Premier League. That's all.
Well, I mean, it's more in MLS. There's no flow to the game. The ball's always in the air. Like in Premier League, you got kind of like the same thing, but you have better ball movement in soccer in Premier League than MLS.
I don't know how we got on soccer when we was talking about the NBA, but
sorry, NBA. Sorry.
All right, huh?
Nobody worry about the NBA, man. I watch the NBA until it gets to the finals, and I'll be like, all right, if it goes to Game 7, then I might watch it.
But I mean, I'm like that. Like I'll watch the first quarter, and then I'll turn to something else, and then I'll come back like if the game close in the fourth quarter and watch like the last.
It
5
depends
minutes.
on the team and the game flow. Like if you watching somebody like that's playing and they playing a good style of basketball. And Frank, I know that's why you ain't watching it. It's because basketball is a bad. Everything's ISO. Everything's ISO, top of the key, pick and roll. Oh, I didn't get the right read that I wanted. Oh, run it back. We're gonna do another pick and roll. Oh, run it back.
And then flopping all over the place, acting like you getting shot on the court.
Yeah, it's the same. Like, so I get it, but at the same time, like, for me, it's something to watch. It's something I know for my household. We'll watch Eagles games, we'll watch Sixers games, and we sit down and watch them together. You know what I mean? So
exposing like, kids to that horrible stuff all at a young age.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, we watch soccer. Like in our household, we watch soccer.
Ignore that nameless team. That, like, you know what I
mean? Hey, man, I like the Red Wolves, man. I like that name. I hope we stick with that one. You know what I mean?
Oh, you do like it, right?
I like that joint. I like
Nobody
that
cared. Nobody cared. But
that was like yesterday, right? Like yesterday, I was watching the highlights of the Dallas and Lakers game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And guess who got on the highlight was freaking Luka and AD. And I said, AD, watch the step back. He do the same move. He did it, shot a three. I'm like, AD, you don't watch film?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's all he do.
Step back to the
left. If he's driving left, he's stepping back.
Yeah, left.
Like, you know, I don't understand that.
I'll say this: Luka he has a nice handle, but
it's okay.
Like other than that, like no, I'm just saying for his size, he has a nice handle.
Yeah,
he
going to the right.
He's not explosive. He's not that. He uses positioning, but like just they played the Sixers when Ben was on him. He like.
But Ben's a defender, though. He's a defender.
No. But as soon as Thibault got on him, then all of a sudden he got a little bit more oomph to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of a sudden he
confidence.
But Thibault's young. He's like, you know what I mean? He's not as big as Ben. Like,
I don't mean to cut you off, but my thing is I would just like to see the NBA do something about the push-offs in the league, like the Harden push-off, the Luka, he does it. He's another one where I gotta give you that right arm shove. Tatum does it too. They give you I'm gonna give you the shove real quick so I can get the left arm so I can get my shot off clean. I would think if they enforce that rule like it's supposed to, because when we all grew up, that's a push off. By definition, your arm extend and you clear a guy out, that's a push off. The arm's not straight, it's extending out and getting that guy off of them. And they're not like. I think at a certain point you're going to see a lot of these guys with huge numbers. The cream will rise to the top. The ones that are really good and can score will keep doing so. The ones that are like
depending on the rules,
bending rules and getting away with certain stuff. Like you'll see the numbers drop, man. I think like them turning a blind eye into that keeps guys that aren't really that nice up in the higher echelon than what they are. But I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying that like rule bending is causing guys to inflate numbers.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that because scoring brings
sells tickets.
So they're not.
But if you're going to call somebody for an offensive foul for leaning their shoulder in, then what's the difference of that and the dude extending his arm all the way out? Is what I'm saying.
Their status. One's a superstar and the other one is
it could be both superstars, and they'll call a shoulder in, you know what I mean, but they won't call off arm out.
It depends on the person. Like Harden shoulders everyone and he extends and he does that five step back. Yeah, like that. Like how's that not a travel, man?
It's
like
not a travel.
All right. On to the next one.
Hey, you remember when Frank sent us that tutorial on 0 steps?
Yeah.
all through
the zero dribble.
All through your first year of basketball up in college or what's the name, you learn it's 2 steps, and this MF is like, yo, this guy's in the video like, yo. So you get to gather. So you get to grab the what the?
Yeah, but the NBA allowed that rule though. The NBA allowed that rule.
And what's crazy is now trickling down to the other levels. Like in college, they letting you get away with a couple extra steps.
Yeah, but like I had to explain to my sucker. He was like, "Let's travel." I'm like, "No, because if you dribble backwards, if you don't have the ball, if you don't have the ball in your hand, you can take as many steps as you want. You know what I mean? And that's what it's doing. It looked like the ball is in his hand, but it's not.
So the motherfucker had the ball like this, but it ain't in his.
Nah, it's like
Exactly.
he's stepping back.
He's stepping with it like this in his hand.
Nah, because he's stepping like that, and as he's
stepping in the name
ball,
of love, like
and the ball's going that way, and he's taking that step and shooting it. You know?
Oh shit! All right, let's stick with the NBA a little bit. Let's Lou Will. NBA has handed him a mandatory 10-day quarantine after pictures circulated that he was at the infamous strip club in Atlanta, Magic City, when he was stepping away from the bubble to attend a funeral. I mean, and I sent you guys a link in a group chat or whatever. Back in April, he was talking about them wings, how Magic City got the best wings, man. So, you know, he probably was hungry.
He really believes they're to die for?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
To die for?
Because that's the kitchen's still open in Magic City. I don't think the strip club part is open.
But I guess you got to figure what's the NBA protocol if you have a family emergency or you go into a family gathering.
Yeah, personal matter. Yeah.
So what's the protocol? Is it okay? You can go for the day, you got to come back, or you can go, but you can't go nowhere. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the protocol?
They wanted him to go to A to B, so go there, pay your respects, get back to the bubble.
All right. Well,
you know what I mean?
He disobeyed protocol.
Like, for me, it's just like if no one ever posted it to Instagram, this is the scariest thing. So you in a hotspot city where they like Atlanta is really it's booming. So you go there, you whatever you're trying to do doesn't matter. But you didn't tell anybody when you came. You wasn't going to tell anybody you came back. When you came back, that's where you went. You was just going to try to slide in the home plate. Somebody posted it. Now you got caught. You know, I might have typed past there a minute. Bruh, like you go endanger everybody else. Yeah. Because bruh, stop playing, man. The wings are named after you, bruh. So if you really
I know Sweet Lou,
yeah, if you really was going there for wings, I'm pretty sure they would have brought it to your car. If that was right,
but not even
they
that.
would have brought it out to the car.
Like, we know how these boys got entourages. You could just send your boy there, yo, go get me some wings. You know what I mean? Bring them to me.
I'm just saying because
he wanted to see them thighs and breasts. That's what he wanted to see.
Allegedly, like he was with a group of people. So I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. Like they was going there for wings. If you was going there for wings, bro, you get it. You get it to go, and you bounce. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I mean,
well, now you got to sit down for 10 days and not do anything.
So, like it was in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, because what they doing 8 games right before they go into this playoff tournament, right? So
yeah. See that and that's big too because they like you talking about a lot of these teams they got to ramp up.
Yep.
Like the Clippers
and Kawhi didn't do it too good.
And all these teams that were playing at a high level before the season ended or became to a halt. Now you got to ramp that all up. You know what I'm saying? So now that's 4 games you're going to miss, like 2 games you're going to miss that. I think it's 2 games you're going to miss, or it might be 3. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Frank, I was looking at him too, like Kawhi. So I mean to cut you off, Greg. He don't look. It don't like he was training doing this quarantine.
He had when he got there. He had to be quarantined for 14 days because something happened.
Oh, he went somewhere. And
I think with his wife or his girlfriend or something, and then like when he got there, he had to be in quarantine for 14 days, and then he was actually
able to get on and practice and stuff.
Yeah, and he probably didn't even train. He was like, "Look, man,
I'm chilling."
He's one of those laid back guys, you know.
Joe, would you have stopped at Magic City and got some wings?
Promise anything.
Huh?
I might have. I might have.
Might have. I know you would have.
Joe would have came back quoting numbers to him. Look, let me tell you something.
You got to understand is that the chance of getting sick is less than 1%.
Oh, you gonna take that chance to go get them wings, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, football. Training camp that started, right? Yeah, training camp started.
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Tuesday, yesterday and today, yeah.
Yeah, but there's reports that a lot of players are saying that they're going to sit out because of COVID, man.
I respected the decision.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I mean,
I respect the decision
because you can't not unlike the NBA. I mean to cut you off, Greg. But unlike the NBA, there's no bubble for football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like so, and we see that with baseball. You know what I'm saying? Like we see what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like these teams, in particular the Marlins. I know that's on our list too. 16 players tested positive for COVID because they was in Atlanta. And out. They probably went to Magic City for some wings too. You know what I'm saying?
Look, allegedly.
You know what I mean? But
like,
I mean, how's the NFL? Like, how are they going to?
Don't they have
the
TV
players?
money, bro? Don't they have TV money is the same as the NBA?
Yeah, so that's why they're doing the season. They haven't canceled their season.
Their money's longer than the NBA, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
They getting that guap, but the thing it is, like if they were to do a bubble, they need a huge amount of area.
Mm-hmm.
You need multiple NFL caliber football stadiums. You know what I mean?
How many people on the team? It's like what, 35, 45?
53.
53.
On the roster. Plus you got practice players.
Practice squad, which they extended this year. So it went from I think 6 to 8. So it's a good amount of people.
And not including the coaches and the trainers and
support staff. Like it's a lot. Like they would need like a huge area to do that. So I kind of see that, but I don't think that they put in there that the NFL players have to aren't allowed
go upstairs.
As Frank said with
upstairs
with Lou Williams, are you allowed to go out, or is it just A to B? You know what I mean? Like had they put something like that in place, like hey, no going out to eat social or whatever. It's A to B. It's work. Which I think is a little bit easier because you're talking about it's a small, I don't want to say small season, but you got 16 games. It's really only like about 4 months, 4 to 5 months or whatever. So
but they have all that time though in between though. You know what I'm saying? Like
so after
idle time,
after the season's done, now you can want to go.
I'm talking about during the season though.
Yeah, but I mean, most of the time they supposed to be. I don't know. It's just like any other job, 8 to 5. Like you know what I mean, 9 to 5. You're doing your
training and stuff,
work, training and everything. But once you go home, at a certain point, you got to start looking out. Like, all right, do I want to win, or hey, I need to go blow off some steam. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what it's going to come down to for them this season. Like, they're going to have to think about that. Like,
well, I want to know what kind of checks they're doing. Like how are these local agencies, local businesses doing just fine, and the MLB, the NBA, NFL, all these people are getting sick? How's everybody locally doing it, and the people with millions and billions of dollars can't do it? I'm very curious.
I don't know. That's a
$1 million question.
It's terrible. Yeah. I got a karate studio that sees 100 people a day, and nobody contracted anything.
It's all an agenda.
I agree with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I agree with you.
It's all an agenda.
I agree.
But I mean, I respect. Go ahead, Greg. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead.
You imagine? Okay, let's just say the NBA, MLB, and the NFL, right, have all those people. And nobody gets it, and now the whole world, now the United States looks stupid. Like,
well, how's these people and they not? No one's affected.
Yeah, nobody's affected. So it's like
conspiracy.
You know what I mean? You can't. Yeah, it's all. I mean, and it's weird because it's like, okay, somebody just gets there to the NBA bubble, he got tested for COVID. All right, what happened in the last 2 months that he was just fine, and then all of a sudden he comes to the bubble, he got tested positive, and then it's like,
Because how did they fly over there? Did they fly on their team charters to the bubble?
Yeah, I would assume so.
So then that's
You
what I'm
gotta
saying.
remember,
So
didn't they all
paid
come
for-
in different? They came at different times though.
some
they
did.
all
Who
flew
was
to-
ever away? What did they fly on the team charters, Greg?
I believe they because they've been practicing since
Yeah, they've been practicing for a while.
early July. So they
Yeah.
flew down on the team charter.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to get tested before they got into the
Onto the plane, I'm assuming.
No, before they got into the building,
Bubble.
the train. So like they were training for the Sixers, they were training at their practice facility.
Oh, in
They had
Philly.
to get tested. Yeah, they had to
Okay.
get tested in early July before they came in and did all
Into the
that.
building.
Because if you remember, I think it was a couple Nuggets that tested
Yeah.
positive.
Mm-hmm. And
You know what I
Kings
mean?
too.
But
The Sacramento Kings. It was a lot of them.
Sacramento Kings and a couple was saying, but
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Was
like,
that at the team? Was that in the United States or was this? I mean, was
that
that?
was it. Some I believe most of it was in the United States.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying was it at the team facility or was it at the bubble? Because remember,
No, it was at the team facility, not at the
Right,
bubble.
yeah.
Not
So
at the
this is-
bubble. They didn't bring anybody that had it in the bubble. You had to be
Quarantine. Yeah. Once you was
Right,
tested,
that's what
you
I
had to
and
be.
then you
Yeah.
can come down later.
Yeah.
But that's
You
what I'm
had to
saying.
fly in later.
Like Westbrook, he was practicing at the facility, but when he went to the bubble, he got tested positive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
No, he
the thing,
tested
like-
positive before he got to the facility. He tested positive before he got to the
in
facility.
Houston.
Yeah, he tested positive.
He was
in
practicing
Houston.
there. He was practicing
Yeah,
there.
but once
No,
once
in Houston he
tested
was
po-
practicing, Frank.
Right,
And
yeah,
then
that's what I'm
and
saying.
then he
No, 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 no.
tested positive, and then they
At
wouldn't
the
let him
bubble.
come to the bubble.
Yeah, because he was in Houston when he
Yeah.
tested positive.
Yeah, he was in Houston
And then they sat him down for 2 weeks. That's
Yeah.
why he was able to get into the practice.
afterwards.
Yeah, once
Into the
he
bubble
test- yeah.
afterwards. Yeah, after
'Cause once he
14
tested
days.
negative,
Yeah.
he was fine.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Once he got out of
He tested positive, Frank, in Houston when they did
Right,
all
but
the
I'm saying-
testing.
Right, but I'm saying he was practicing when they was doing the test.
Uh-huh.
He was practicing.
Oh yeah, and
with
you said
Houston.
how other people ain't get it in
No, I'm
on
saying
the team.
he was practicing with Houston. He was
Mhm.
practicing in Houston,
Mhm.
right? So they was testing because they got to test everybody that comes into the facility,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So he was fine, and then he went to the bubble. He got tested positive. So that's why I'm getting confused at.
I thought he tested positive in Houston before they left to the
No,
bubble.
he got
He
tested
te-
at the
he te-
bubble.
No, he tested positive in
in
Houston.
Houston.
Bro. In Houston.
Yeah, because they had to test him before you can even
It
go
was-
to the bubble. Like you
Yeah.
got to test before you can get on a plane to
Yep.
go to the bubble.
They-
So-
if you
When he
were-
was practicing, at the facility, he was
He
fine.
was, and then all of a sudden he caught it.
But like we said, it
He
could
went
be
to go get some
anything.
wings at the Houston strip club.
Exactly. He But I mean, he
He
could
went
have went
to-
to the supermarket. You know what I mean?
He went to,
It could have been anywhere.
What's the
He coulda
joint
went
in
to pick
Houston,
up-
Frank?
I'm trying to think. I forgot the name.
What's the joint in Houston?
I forgot. They got stallions in there too. I
I
forgot.
think that's what it's called.
I forgot what it's called.
Oh man, he went to that
Oh,
joint
man,
to
I
get some
forgot what it's
wings. They got
I forgot what it's called.
they got a wing named after him there.
Right now, Joe's looking it up right now. I can see him look his eyes on the screen right now.
I'm gonna have
Joe's
to-
looking it up.
Joe, I lit up when we said, "What's the name of that?"
Right?
Oh,
No, because it
that's
was funny. Like, what was it? Like a couple years ago, my wife had her friend was getting married in Houston, right?
Mhm.
And I was in Houston, and then my boy from Westchester, Strick, was in Houston with Tariq Evans when Tariq was playing ball
Okay.
at the time. So the fellas was going out to their bachelor party. So I'm like, yo, let's go to here because Tariq gonna be here. I know somebody that's gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Plus, NBA guy, like, we will get a
You know
booth.
how to, but I say you know how that's gonna be,
So,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So I was like, everybody can have a good time.
yeah.
Why my wife tell me I was sleeping? So I ain't go.
There's
Oh, they
Onyx.
called you. She said you was asleep.
She left, like, because I was in the room waiting. And then I guess at the same time, the guys were heading out, and they're like, all right, we're going to come down, knock on this door. She's like, oh, he about to lay down. I'm like, really?
Oh shit, you missed out. You didn't get no wings that night, huh?
I was pissed. I was like, really? That's what you're going to do to me?
What's up, Joe? What's the name of the spot in Houston, Joe?
There's Vivid. There's Onyx. There's
I think it's
few.
Vivid. I think it's Vivid.
What's the other one?
Onyx.
Onyx. I put popular or well known.
I think it's Vivid. I think that's the one I hear all the time, like Vivid. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's where he went. He went to Vivid to get some wings, and he caught COVID and couldn't go to the
And
bubble for 14 days.
The crazy thing is, I wonder how this joint gonna play out during the playoffs.
Oh, if somebody catches it?
What? You see what they did to Mike? Trying to get him boy the flu.
No, Mike got himself the flu. He was out there
Drinking.
partying and drinking and shit, smoking cigars. Like, Mike, come on, man. Cigars and Henny don't mix, Mike.
Yeah, and Bud Light.
All right. Well, I mean, is baseball, Greg? Is baseball still going? Or did they?
No, they're going. They just I don't want to say suspended, but that's the only way you can say
Just
it.
suspended
Like,
games of once. Gotcha.
For the Marlins. The Marlins games got paused until they could get their act together.
So, but other teams are good.
Other teams are still playing, but like they paused them because they don't know how to act, man. Like young guys,
right?
Going out,
charge and fight during the pandemic, like really.
Oh, you talking about that? That's the Dodgers and the Houston John.
So, if they was rushing, if they was rushing me, I'd be ready to spit. I'm like, yeah, come over here.
Hold on. What happened? I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yo, a big ass fight broke out.
Like it was.
I don't watch baseball.
So the Houston Astros won the World Series, and it came out that they cheated because they were stealing signs. With
I know about that. Yeah.
So they started banging on trash cans when it was a certain type of pitch, and those pitches were hit out the park.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. So now, like, because baseball, like, they don't have like their fans are more old school. They like tradition and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got fans going like, oh, you gotta throw at them, you gotta hit them. But it's like your games had cheating in it from the inception. Like there's always been cheating in this game.
Steroids.
So steroids, speed, all the way back to the Black Sox scandal, and that team got wiped out or whatever. But the point being is like if you're not cheating, you're not trying. The team was winning. It worked. Like, what are you mad about?
That's a great gonna teach his kids.
Not, and we all look, Frank. Rock. On the basketball court, you gonna try to get away with whatever you can get away with. If it's a
I
foul,
played fair,
ball,
bro. I didn't foul on no. What?
All right, what up? That's why.
What you trying to say, Frank?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, like, I know you ain't. Cause I used to chop my arm when we used to do 1-on-1s. Like, there ain't no foul. Play through it.
It made you a better player, didn't it?
My bad, Greg. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, but the like, I think for some reason, like a majority of people out in the world believe like everything is fair play, like it's little league.
Yeah.
Nah, it's professional. It's millions on the line.
Yeah.
They're gonna do whatever it takes.
I know.
It's millions on the line for the players. It's millions on the line for the organization. It's millions on the line. Look, you don't think they're gonna bang a trash can if it means the World Series? Did they pull the World Series from them? No. They ain't take one football. Look. They ain't take one Super Bowl from Bill Belichick as many times as that man allegedly did something wrong. You know what they just did? Hey, we're going to take a third-round draft pick, sir. That's what they did. They ain't take a chip. So he won what he won. Mm-hmm. So to me, it's like that holier-than-thou thing is kind of good. I laugh at it.
Now, that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, yo, how the Patriots catching all these bullets in the snow? Freaking ball was deflated. That's why.
But that's not fair because all quarterbacks adjust the ball to their he's not the only one that deflates the ball a little bit.
That ball, and you catch it in the cold, I'm telling you, because I played in the pickup football league. You probably was there, Rock. Like when it's cold, like we play with a flattened ball, like that ball flat, because you can catch it. You know what I mean? If you playing with a pump jump, and somebody throwing that jump,
but the ball's going to deflate a little bit anyway because it's cold.
No, you can throw that ball.
You can throw it.
Ruck was throwing that jump, Greg. Because I was like, why we play with a flat ball? He was like, because you can catch it. It's easier to catch. It doesn't hurt. You know what I mean?
But the ball's going to lose air anyway in the cold.
No, dog. Bowles was like, yo, how they catching everything? I'm like, yo, ball. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, this is why the Patriots want
Catching in one hands and shit. Niggas who could never catch away, like stashing
Try to throw
away.
football in the cold. Try to throw football in the cold with a bullet.
Oh, I have.
So you try to catch that joint.
But to me, I don't care. I don't care because like
I know.
The other team is doing something else. That's how I see it. That other team might have sat there and did something just as shady than what's the name? They just didn't get caught. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you win 6 Super Bowls in 20 years or whatever. Yes, people gonna look for everything that you're doing wrong. Like, no, you know what they doing?
They can't be that good. What are you doing?
Exactly.
I think like bro, for baseball, like football, like baseball and football, you can cheat. Basketball, I don't know if you can really cheat unless you pay the refs.
I think so.
Like if you pay the refs,
like that time the Lakers beat the Trailblazers or the Kings.
That was refs.
Yeah. I mean, one of them was actually betting on games. So
I forgot his name.
I ain't gonna say.
Well, I thought they was. I thought they was gonna lose that series and the Sacramento series because I used to hate when we used to play them.
Are you talking about with Chris Webber and them?
Yo, I used to hate Bibby going behind that damn screen. I'm like, yo, it's a moving screen every single time.
Vlade Divac setting them moving screens.
Him and Webber, yo, I used to be pissed.
I thought those Trailblazers gonna win that. I thought.
Are you talking about when they had Pip?
They had a stacked team.
Yeah, they did.
Brian Grant.
They went at least 8?
Yeah.
8 or 9, right?
Yeah. Stoudemire.
Yeah.
Yo, they was.
Jermaine O'Neal.
Bonzi Wells off the bench. He was balling.
Jermaine O'Neal off the bench.
Yes.
Yo, they had a lot of young guys.
They were
Jermaine O'Neal.
Loaded. Yes. Yeah, they were young.
Look it up.
He was young.
Go look it
Jermaine
up.
O'Neal.
Yeah.
From the Pacers?
Go look it up, bro. Yes.
That's
where he started.
Remember. For
That's
real?
Why do you think his post game was so tight? He came in high school and he was working with Brian Grant, Rasheed Wallace.
I forgot he was there.
McDice.
McDice was out in Denver.
No. McDice wasn't on there.
He wasn't on there? Oh, I thought he was on there.
So it was Pip, Stoudemire, Sheed.
You gotta look at it. There's a lot of people. Look at us.
Steve Smith was up there.
There's a lot of people. It's a lot of talent on that team. They would, if you look at that team, no way the Lakers should have beat them. No way. Lakers only had Kobe and Shaq. That was it.
I give this the reason why the Lakers won though. They was running a system.
Mm-hmm.
And the system was this system was better.
Mm-hmm.
And they did have the 2 best players in that series. You go back and look at it. They had the 2. Yeah, they had the 2 best players.
Yeah, they had nobody that could stop Shaq.
Shaq was just wearing everybody down. That team, that part of the team was loaded.
Sabonis was on that squad too, right?
And so I don't know.
I think after.
I think he was. I think he was old though.
I think it was after.
I think it was after.
That particular squad.
I think he was.
Because they had Dallas Strip. They had Dallas Strip. Because Dallas Strip started.
And so did Sabonis. I think Sabonis was on that squad.
Dallas didn't start for that team.
Yeah. No, they had Dallas Strip on that team too.
I don't remember him being up there.
No, he was on Seattle.
Him. They had Kerr.
Seattle or
no, he got traded. Great. I mean, Joe, look it up. Somebody look it up.
Hey, Joe.
And they had Steve Kerr.
What year was that? 2001? No.
That was
2002. 2002.
Was it 2002?
Yeah, because remember 2001, the Lakers ain't lose 2000, Joe. 2000.
Or was it 2000?
No, it was 2000. Because remember 2001, the Lakers only lost that one game to AI in the final.
And in 2002, they
played New Jersey.
Yeah, so it got to be 2000 or 99.
2000. It was 2000. 99, the Spurs won it. I
remember I was still in high school. Yeah,
it was 2000, Joe. 2000 Portland Trailblazers squad.
Wait, you said Trailblazers? I think you said Lakers.
Nah, Portland Trailblazers squad.
Blazers. We had Portland Trailblazers players in 2000. Rasheed Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
We had Brian Grant.
Mm-hmm.
Alvarez Sabonis.
I told you.
Okay.
Avina Sabonis was on this squad.
Scottie Pippen.
Uh-huh.
Steve Smith. Jermaine O'Neal.
Wow.
Who else?
David Stoudemire and Bonzi Wells. They went 8 deep.
Name the whole roster, Joe.
I'm loading up.
I know Bonzi was on the squad.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a big ass roster.
I know
right.
Stoudemire.
Here we
Greg
go.
Anthony, Stacey Augman, Brian
Yep.
Grant, Gary Grant, Antonio Harvey, Joe Klein.
Joe Harvey was okay. Go on. They had
Um,
Derek Anderson too, right?
Was that year? Yep.
Yeah.
I don't
They
see
had
Derek
that.
Anderson was tough. Yeah, he was tough.
Yo, I liked him when he was in Kentucky, boy. Like that
Yeah,
boy
he
was
was tough.
always nice to me.
Yo, they had Rick Brunson, they had Dale Davis, Chris Dudley, Sean Kemp, Steve Kerr, Ruben Patterson.
Yeah, that
Scotty
team was
Pippen,
loaded.
Zach
Yeah.
Randolph,
Yep.
Damon Stoudemire.
Zach Randolph was like a rookie then, though. He was young.
Wow. That team was loaded. That team was loaded.
That team was.
That was like one of the greatest team ever assembled, but that win chip.
But they called them the
Wow.
Portland. They called them the Portland Jail Blazers. Remember, all of them was going to jail around that time too.
Yeah, they had a crazy squad, yo.
All right.
Only if they could stay together.
They cheating that bad they went to jail.
Nah, they were just out wild.
Yeah, I think that's when they got in that fight.
They were just
I
out
think they all
wild.
Oh, there's the rest
Oh,
of
no,
it.
wasn't it? Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, I want to end it on something that I've had on this list now for a minute.
Greg getting antsy.
Greg and I know he's like, I don't know if I want to answer this. I mean, we all, had or been in relationships for a while.
Yo, this boy really trying to get this one in.
You know what I mean? But, like, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, they sitting there, they could be looking on their phone all day, all night. You sit there, look at your phone for 15 minutes, and they start tripping. Like, oh, you just going to be on your phone all night? Are you going to be on your phone? What's on that phone so important? Like, it's like, what the? Like, you was on your phone all day.
Right.
I ain't say one word to you. As soon as I look at my phone, like, Greg, don't look like that, Greg. I know you done got it too.
I ain't saying nothing, man. I'm just letting you go through this one, man. Go ahead. Have at it. Have at it.
Yeah, let's first start off with this. Rock, how long you been married? How long you been with? Yeah. How long you been with your significant other?
Shit, a long time.
What's a long time?
You better answer that one. This one on record.
Hold on. 15.
All right.
Years. Yeah, 15.
Frank?
Well, I just got married, so
You just got married, but how long you been together?
5, 6 years, I think.
All right. Well, Greg, I mean, you give me a number. I know your story, but what's your number?
Shit, how long we been together?
So see, look, ain't on it by looking up.
It's over. I'm gonna just give you ballpark. It's around 20.
Nah, we need a Zach.
20 years.
Yeah, because they was talking when I was in high school, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
So this has been a while. So
Yeah,
like,
they was talking since I was a senior year. Yeah, 2002, Greg. 2002.
She came out to one of the spots one time, right?
No, 2002.
Yeah.
2002.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go with 2002.
All right, Joe, you?
2003, so 17 years.
Okay.
Look, we're in separate rooms a lot of the time. Like, if I'm looking at my phone in the other room and she's looking at her phone in the other room, we don't know. We don't care. You know what I mean? It's different. I mean, you got to think about it. Like, everybody's different.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you in the same room, like let's say y'all sitting there, y'all watching the show, or you sitting down watching the show with her, and you ain't really into it. You just sitting there because she wants you to be sitting with her. And you looking at your phone, like we may be like, cause you know how we get on the group chat, we'll start going in and like.
Yeah, I see. Like for me, like once I get in the bed, my phone is usually up. Like it's sitting on the charger and it's charged. And when I'm in the bed, I'm in the bed. That's it. I don't go back on my phone.
Yeah.
But like if she's like doing her hair and I rarely watch TV, I'm mostly on YouTube. So I'm like looking at like
phone. Yeah.
Looking at different, lifting videos or different, games and stuff like that. That's the only time I'm mostly on it. But it's like when I'm at the dinner table eating by myself, she's like, "Why are you on your phone?" I'm like, "I'm on YouTube. Like, I'm looking at YouTube videos. Like, I don't."
It's like it's equivalent to sitting down watching TV.
Yeah, but I
looking
think
at videos.
And I think as in a marriage, I think everybody is allowed privacy, some type of privacy, whatever it is. Everybody is allowed you know what I mean? I just think everybody needs, because you're in a marriage. So like when you're in a marriage, it's like, yes, everything comes together, but at the same time, if you have some type of privacy, it's still gonna work. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't say everybody needs it or like it works for every marriage. I just think for us, I just think she has her privacy, I have my privacy. Do I have a problem with her? Do I have a problem with her going through my phone? No, you know what I mean? But like, it's some type of privacy. Like, if you're gonna trust me, trust me. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
That's what I think. Like, it's more like,
like,
so what if I'm on my phone? Like, you should trust that whatever I'm doing is nothing disrespectful to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Greg, I'm back. What you saying, Greg? My bad.
No, I was just gonna say, like, everybody needs space and home life. So like, I mean, we'll sit there and like we like messing with each other. So she might say to me like, "You on your phone?" I'm like, and I'll just tell her like, "Yo, you on your phone?" We mess with each other. It's listening. Like, it's more joking than anything else. Like, but I would say like it's one of those things where everybody needs space or what have you. It's healthy.
You need an outlet. You need your own outlet. You know.
Oh yeah, you need to talk. I think and even for people that have kids, like your kids need space away from your parents, because like, you know, like some of your best memories as a kid is going sleeping at grandma's house, like, you know what I mean, like doing something like that, because the rules were less in there. You know what I mean? So you always
had more freedom. Had a little bit more freedom there.
Getting away with like, let you sleep, like let you go to bed like a half an hour later than you normally would, but it felt like the best half an hour in life. Like, you know what I mean? So everybody needs space in the situation to listen in.
Agreed.
Joe,
what you say? I know he looking back.
I'll give you all 22-year veteran experience. You know, I've seen phones, lots of phones. Being in the industry for 22 years, the things I've seen on some of these phones, I can see the right to feel the way you feel. I've seen things like, you know, the guy and the girl are in the thing. Hey man, I'll give you $1,000. You give me her passcode. I can't give you her passcode. Yo, I'll give you $500. You give me his passcode. I can't give you his passcode. But the things I've seen on those phones make sense on why they want to see those phones. But
Joe snitching.
But
get out of there, Joe. I'm about to mute
after 20 years of smartphones being out, the world has changed, man. Like, people aren't using it like they were using it 15 years ago, 20 years ago. They're using it in a more business matter today than ever.
Yeah.
Because people have adjusted to the fact of the power that they have in their hands. You know? And it's hard. A lot of us are older. So,
Joe, I want to ask you a question.
Well, hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying, and then you can ask. A lot of us are older, and we come through a stage where, even though we've seen some stuff in the past where somebody sent some pictures, somebody did something, it's changed as we got older. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I believe it. Go ahead, Greg.
Shit, I sent it to the wrong person.
How did that get up here?
I'm not gonna lie. That happened to me.
Why did Frank send me this picture?
No, that happened to me one time. This is a long time ago. I was talking to a female, and I sent the long conversation to the wrong female. Like, and that was the crazy thing. And I was like, nah, that was for my bull, because he was going through. I had to make up some crazy story, like, you know what I mean? I had to write it for him so he could send it to such and such. I was like, yo, that's phone dangerous, man. But like Joe said though, like with me, business wise, I have 3 business emails that I'm constantly. I have to, you know, I'm always on my phone. You know, my Fezek email, my home care business, you know what I mean, and then my personal. So like, I'm constantly, you know, emails, sending emails to this person, sending emails to that person. So it's always, you know what I mean? Like Joe said, like business wise, it's the power in your hand. Like, you don't have to go to a laptop, you know what I mean, or anything like a desktop. It's easier to do, you know. So.
Go ahead, Greg. Finish out.
No, I just want to ask Joe. Like, Joe, why didn't you just teach them a lesson? as soon as they would say 1,500 or I'm like, all right, you can give them the passcode. You don't have to give them the right passcode. What they gonna do? Come back? Oh, what they gonna come? They gonna come back to you and
tell you,
yo, I gave you.
we're talking about cheating. I'm telling you, that's great, boy.
Great like this.
What did
Great
they
like
do?
200 sold. 300 sold.
I'd have been like,
He auctioned it off. One go for 1,000.
All I can tell you is what she gave me as far as
right
the number to get in the phone to transfer her stuff.
Exactly. She might have changed it, bro. She might have changed it. My man, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
I got
it was
five for
hard.
the man in the blue shirt. Can I see it? Do I say 1,000? 1,000? Okay, 1,000 with the guy in the headset.
Yo, it's hard. You got to look at it from this angle. People are offering you low dollars for information, but when you're making 60, 70,000 as a manager, how can you do it? You can't trade that.
Yeah.
All these OnlyFans things going around. Shit.
I've heard it. I've heard of that, but I've never even. I don't even know what that is.
Hey, bro, my only
females are making a killing off of that.
How's it gonna blow back on you? Because all you're gonna do is say like, "Nah, I don't know what he's talking about."
Yeah, but you can do that. You can do that all you want. But the problem is that these employers today, they don't give a shit about you in the store. They give a shit about the customer.
Yeah, customers.
So if that customer lies blatantly, you're still getting reprimanded.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a good podcast. Nice, fun podcast for once. You know, we didn't get too deep in anything.
Hey, we almost got it down to an hour too.
Yeah, man, we good on that, man. But you know, I like to think.
We didn't have like a certain individual who's full hot air and wings. Like, you know what I mean?
Shout out to E. E, we know you had some personal business to take care of. He probably going to get some of them wings at the local Virginia Beach strip club. You know what I'm saying? But now, man, I mean, I'd like to thank, you guys for being here, as always. I'd like to thank everybody who's listening. You guys have a safe week, man, and see y'all.
The new night is awesome.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah,
what?
And for those listening on Spotify or wherever or watching on YouTube, we switched the recording to a new night, a better night that works for everybody. We all working fathers and sports dads and all this other stuff. So this night actually works better for us. So I like it too, Greg. Good suggestion, brother. All right, fellas. Well, you guys have a safe week.
You too. Everybody be safe.
All right, man.
See you guys.
Peace.